Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're welcome back to my channel. My name is Olivia. If you're seeing me for the first time, thank you, welcome. Welcome to my channel. It's been a while. I'm bringing this video to you from the beautiful city or the beautiful country of South Africa. Welcome. So if you just see my face for the first time, my name is Olivia. I'm a Nigerian migrant who lives here in South Africa, and I bring videos to you from South Africa. Don't mind my view today. I'm just outside my house. Decided to make this video. Yeah, I just want to make it outside. I just got back from school run, brought the kids back, so decided to make this video. My lens is quite heavy in my hands, so I'm trying to get the best angle, but yeah, we'll move anyways. Thank you so much. As you all know, I'm pregnant. I'm already almost getting there at the moment. Whenever you will see this video, I'm almost getting there, and I just want to bring to you this topic. This video is all over the place, but anyways, just take it as you see it. Anyways, first of all, my camera, it's heavy, and I'm using my camera. I'm not using my phone to film, and my camera is heavy, so I'm going to be changing my hands. Anyways, I'm bringing this video telling you the reason why I choose to have a cesarean section during my delivery as opposed vaginal delivery. Okay, I will be giving birth very soon. Let's say from the time I'm making this video, in 4 weeks time I should be giving birth, and I opted for an elective Caesar. Elective Caesar is a kind of Caesar where you choose with the doctor the best date for the cesarean section. You know, way ahead of the time, like 4 weeks or 6 weeks before the time. You already know. You go and book your hospital bed. That's how we do here in South Africa. You go and book for the bed, and you already know the date you're giving birth. So at the time of this video, I already know the date I'm giving birth to this baby via elective Caesar. Why did I choose elective Caesar as opposed to vaginal delivery or natural birth, whichever one you choose to call it? People feel natural birth is only when you give birth through your VJJ, but for me, I don't know. But whichever, for the purpose of this video, let's just call it, natural birth versus C-section. Okay, so the reason I chose C-section as opposed natural birth is because I'm a previous Caesar ×2. Okay, so previous Caesar ×2 means that I've already had 2 cesarean sections, and that is like 7 years ago. The last baby is over 7 years. I would have tried a vaginal birth or a natural birth if I wish to, but I don't know. One thing I like about South African doctors is they don't risk when it comes to maternal mortality. Giving birth as a mother and a child, their goal actually is not the kind of birth you choose or the kind of birth you use. Their goal is to give you a live baby and for the mother and child to be safe. Okay, they don't care. So most doctors, especially in the private sector, will not want to give you a natural birth after a cesarean section. They don't try it in South Africa. They don't. Okay, so why I started giving birth through Caesar is when I got pregnant for my first daughter, and she was due at 40 weeks. She did not present. Like, my stomach was up. In Nigeria, they are like, if you want to give birth, your stomach is supposed to come down. That means the baby's head is supposed to, by around the time of birth, supposed to be entering your pelvis, meaning that you're already you're ready. But the doctor checked and saw that the baby has not presented. She's just up there. She's not even coming down. And that was 40 weeks, and that's my first daughter, and she was about 4-point-something kg already. So, and it was my first baby. The doctors said no, that they are not going to induce me, that it's my first baby, and she's not presented, and she's already 40 weeks So that's one thing I appreciate about South Africa. You know, the Nigerian in me, most Nigerians, I don't know why we give pride in, oh, I gave birth naturally or whatever. So the Nigerian in me was angry, but my husband, being a medical doctor, also understands. He's like, you might even be induced now at this point. By the time you're induced, this baby might even be in distress, meaning that if they find that this baby is already in distress and you're being induced, they will still, you know, do emergency Caesar for you, which is what happens to a lot of women when you're being induced and the induction maybe is not progressing, the labor is not progressing, and they see that there's distress for the baby. You still end up at, you know, emergency Caesar. So he explained that to me, and he says, don't worry, leave the doctor, he knows what he's doing and all that. So I was like, okay. He says, what's important is for you to have your baby and for you to be alive, right? I said yes. So he said, okay, so yeah, don't worry, just accept it and embrace it. And you know, I accepted. They booked me for Caesar the next day, and I gave birth to my baby. Okay, you know that as God will have it, even by the time the baby was being born, or the baby came out, the doctor said this baby was already in distress, meaning that according to them, when the baby poops in the stomach is a sign of distress. They call it meconium. When the meconium has already been passed in the stomach already, is one of the signs of fetal distress. That's a baby's distress. So he said that the baby had already passed meconium. That means that baby was already in distress. Even if I was induced, I was still going to enter the operating room, like it was going to end up at an emergency Caesar. So yeah, that's the story of my first birth. Obviously, I was thankful. My baby is alive today, and I'm alive, and I give God praise. So our second delivery, I wanted to go to the US. I couldn't, because I know in the US they could do you vaginal birth after Caesar, but here in South Africa the doctor said no, we don't do VBAC. They call it VBAC. Yeah, they call it VBAC. That he doesn't do VBAC. That he's all for mother being alive, baby being alive. So that was how I gave birth to my second daughter, also through Caesarian. And am I thankful? Honestly, I'm very, very thankful that that I gave birth to those girls through Caesarian, because most times people are particular about, oh, how did you give birth? How did you give birth? For me, it's no longer about how you give birth. It's about the baby being alive, mother being alive, and everything. But I understand anybody that wants to give birth naturally, because people that have given birth naturally say that you snap back very fast and all that. You know, after the birth, first, second day, you're fine. But with my own experience with C-section, I didn't have it tough, at least with those two, because when I came back from the hospital, you've been in the hospital for 3 days. After 3 days, you're fine, almost fine. You can walk around gently. They'll give you some rules and regulations, which if you follow, you'll be fine. So for me, there's still no big deal. You know, I just want to encourage any woman, if you're pregnant and the doctor asks you, especially Nigerians, okay, the doctor tells you that this birth might be Caesarian, there's no big deal in CS. True, there's no big deal. I'm telling you the honest truth right now, because the goal is for you to be alive and your baby being alive. That's when you'll be happy and complete about that pregnancy. Because if you die, if your baby doesn't make it, is a problem. So that's one thing I want to say, because I've had a lot of experiences where in Nigeria people will be saying I come against Caesarian birth, I reject CS, as if CS is a devil. Like, really, if you go to a doctor in fact, here my husband will tell you that he can do CS in 15 minutes time. Like 15 minutes is literally done the procedure and he's out. It's not a hectic procedure. He's not a gynae, but he can do CS. So I mean, CS is not a big deal, and your healing process is not that hectic as people think. Myself and all my sisters, I have 5 sisters, all of us, fortunately or unfortunately, have given birth with Caesarian. Myself 2 plus this one 3. My other sister 1, she has given birth once and CS. My second sister, she has given birth once, CS. My last sister once, CS. You know, some people, their baby will be breached. They'll be saying, let's turn the baby. Just allow things to happen naturally. My last sister, her baby was breached, and they opted for CS, and CS it was. Then my immediate younger sister, she was giving birth, and what happened was that, okay, I think she had a complication, and it was Caesarian. Okay, that one happened. And the third one, she said, I want vagina. I said, don't even go there. Don't even behave like an illiterate. Are you an illiterate? Don't behave like that. You've had previous Caesar. Caesar is going to be, so just go book for a Caesar. And that was it. She came back, her baby came back and everything. So I just want to encourage every woman, if it ends up in Caesar, don't think you're less of a woman. I'm so much of a woman. Like, in fact, I'm even a woman more than the people that gave birth naturally, because I mean, I don't know. In fact, you know, I don't want to put it that way, but yeah, nobody can make you feel small because your baby didn't come out from the hole out in there. The most important thing is that you gave birth, your baby came back with you from the hospital, and you came back with your life. I have a church member in that said she's not going to be CS, and doctor booked her for CS. The doctor already booked her. She didn't tell her husband that the baby is breached. She decided to be in the house. You're praying. Yeah, prayer is good, but I mean, there are medical interventions that are there for your safety and for your health. She was praying instead of her to come for the Caesarian when the doctor said she was going to have the Caesar. She did not come, and she entered into labor. I think something went wrong by the time she couldn't. Of course, you can't labor with a breech baby now. She lost her life. I've had a couple of those stories in Nigeria. There are so much a lot. So, and people that want to shame people because you get, how did you give birth, my dear? Here in South Africa, it's either elective Caesarian or emergency Caesarian or natural birth. Some women even, purposely choose elective Caesarian, and it's not cheaper. Natural birth is not cheaper in South Africa. So even if it's government hospital, private hospital, it's not cheaper. It's almost the same price. So why would you? That's how they made it. Anyway, in South Africa, I like their medical system here. If a doctor here in South Africa sees that your baby is in danger or you are in danger, piam, in theater one time, they don't even ask. Yes, they will ask you, of course, but they don't, make it an option for you. Do you want to go to theater? They'll say no. You prepare the patient for theater, and they'll say, sign your consent, look at what's going on, piam, theater. So anyway, that is the reason why I chose to do Caesarian birth, and I'm happy about it by the grace of God. I just want to be safe and my baby safe, as opposed natural birth. Some people would have pushed for natural birth since it's been over 7 years, but no, I'm not pushing for natural birth. I want to do my Caesar JJ, and I know I'll recover normally like I recovered with the other ones. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you're not yet subscribed to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, and comment, tell me what you think. Do you think, if you're a woman here, what do you think about Caesar versus natural birth? And yeah, I'll see you in my next one. Bye.